I'd like to say that we hope that this is the beginning of a dialogue that you will think consciously of during these several days as to how you can help take it to your communities, your places, your friends, those people, those institutions that you believe are vitally necessary to helping make the kinds of decisions, very critical decisions, that Alaska has to make in these coming months and years. I have a hard time biting my tongue, and I can certainly stand here and give my sense of what the state should be doing at this, again, very critical time. But I want only to say this. At this historic moment, regardless of the kinds of fiscal decisions we make, we will, in large part, take Alaska in one of two directions. The decisions we make, and more importantly, how we as Alaskans implement them, make them happen, bring us together in support and respect and understanding, will determine in many ways the future of our state. We will either be a state in which we believe that we can be a society divided and still somehow make progress, that we can let the passions of ideology, that we can let the passions of stark, powerful, personally held beliefs become the drivers of public policy. Or we can begin to say that in this incredible place, this land, this other country, this most beautiful place on the face of the earth can create the most beautiful society on the face of the earth by Alaskans working every day to bring us as peoples together. That we can, by the utilization of the critical times we face, do it in a way that makes us one. That makes us one, not that we don't disagree, not that we don't share and shape and build our own place in that overall society, but that we have the ability as Alaskans to respect the voice, the values, the beliefs of others. That we have the ability to say to those that we disagree with most passionately on issues that we hold very dear and personal. We can disagree, but we must come together to make the decisions that build a better Alaska for every single one of us. And to me, the touchstone will be not just a vibrant economy, not just strong communities, not just infrastructure that meets the needs of Alaska's peoples and our economy, not just the vibrancy of an educational system like the university, not just regions that finally understand and work and consciously create connections to make Alaska the best place possible, but that ultimately we will be judged by history as a place in which Alaska did all of that, but it did it by ultimately respecting one another, even when we disagreed. That we said in our public policy, in the kind of society we build in this state, we will constantly reach to the least amongst us, that we will not forget that ultimately a society is measured by how it treats every single one of its citizens, not by government reaching or overreaching, but by us collectively as a government, because that's ultimately who and what a government is. It is us in the way that we reach out to one another. And if history can say about Alaska, and we have the incredible opportunity to do it in this huge, vast land of such richness with a small population, all of us connected in so many incredible ways, knowing that we have to come together in order to really survive and prosper in this land. And for the first time in American history, at least in our historical memory, a governor who serves only Alaskans, a governor who has said, who ran, who reached out, who built a vision around the notion that it's just about Alaskans. We can do it. And if we continue to remember that history will judge us by how we treated one another and how we carried the least amongst us to a place of opportunity, we will have done good. And the underlying decisions we made in terms of fiscal mechanisms, in terms of tax structure, in terms of policies to building and treating with one another economically, they by themselves would never have allowed history to judge us in the way we should be judged and measured, but by the way we used all of that to bring Alaskans together and reach out to the least amongst us and say, we are all included. Thank you so much. The one thing that I wanted to end with was this. During the course of the campaign, I became so used to introducing Bill Walker that I have almost bridled in every event since where another had taken that opportunity from me. But in this instance, who's going to go up against this woman? So here's Anna Hoffman to introduce Governor Walker.